Greetings, hello everybody. I thought it'd be nice to do a bit of a recap on where we are, what happened with the whole process of the timing chain, where the car is now, and what the plans are next. So, yes, I'm away again. So the car isn't with me at the moment, it's parked up at home. And so the timing chain on the BMW 530D N57 engine, there are 3 timing chains. The top one is the one that snapped. When it went snap, it damaged parts in the cylinder head. And just to clarify, in case you never really covered it, there were 3 bent valves and 4 broken rocker arms. Many people describe those as sacrificial rocker arms because they are designed to snap in the event of a piston collision, and they did. But they also, it doesn't take much to ever so slightly bend a valve stem. So 3, as it turned out, didn't hold pressure and they had to be replaced. And it went off to the cylinder head people who skimmed it, cleaned it and replaced loads of bits on it. And that was that. So that was done. Cylinder head came back and we did all the work, blah, blah, blah. There's loads of videos showing the work, building it all back together. I put about just over 200 miles of driving on the car, successful driving since fixing it. And that's what I've done so far. Car got parked up and now I'm at the moment in the Czech Republic, just away, you know, in the sunshine. So that's that. There probably aren't too many more big jobs that I intend to do on the car. We'll have to see if anything else goes bang. Who knows, eh? But yeah, as it stands, that's how I anticipate it going. There's a few small things. I do want to fit a catch can. That's something coming up. Probably cover a little bit about catch cans just in a second after I've finished waffling on. So much discussion online about things like catch cans. I'm not going to do EGR deletes, but people banging on about EGR deletes and all the rest of it. It's worthy of a bit of discussion, I think. But the catch can, EGRs, direct injection, they're all interlinked topics, and very much misinformation and good information out there as well. Anyway, so that's one thing I will be doing. Plenty of space in the engine bay. It's one good thing about the F10, F11 BMWs. It's massive engine bay, so there are places to fit such a thing. So we will do that. And I am intending probably to do a head unit upgrade because it's got a really shit, you know, the small, is it 6.5 inch iDrive? So I don't like that, it's a bit naff. I don't think I'll do a proper upgrade to a BMW system. I'll probably go for one of the better Android systems which are designed to fit perfectly in, and it retains the guts of the system in terms of the CD and the FM receiver and stuff, but it also adds in things like DAB and CarPlay for my iPhone and stuff like that. Those are the first 2 things on my mind for the BMW. And then separate to that, provided nothing major happens to the Beamer, I'm thinking that it might be nice to introduce something like a channel car, something super budget related. I mean, if you've got thousands of pounds to spend on a car, great, go and spend your thousands of pounds. You know, got endless choices then, haven't you? If you haven't got thousands of pounds and you just want something kind of nice, fun, and you don't want to drive a Ford Focus, nothing against Ford Focuses, loads of them out there. What can you do? You know, when you're on a real budget, like I was with the timing chain failure, it really does force your creativity. So I might do that, and then we can involve you guys in the audience to help guide what we're going to do to that car. What's the priority? What needs mending first? And I'm talking very, very low budget for this thing. One, so it doesn't cost me a bomb, and also, what can you do? What can you manage to do if you've got like 500 quid or something like that? You know, super low budget. So that's that. It's just a thought at the minute while I'm away on holiday. Let's leave it there, and let's talk about catch cans. So, catch cans. I'll try and keep it short because there's a phenomenal amount of stuff you can go out and watch, read or whatever on catch cans. Long and the short of it is that I do believe there's a benefit to be gained from installing a catch can, at least on this particular engine anyway. You'll know, or you'll be able to see from looking back on my videos, look at the amount of carbon deposits in the intake manifold and on the inlet ports in the engine. That is a combination of crankcase ventilation, oil vapours being circulated back through the intake. Compound that with the exhaust gases from the EGR, so you've got soot mixing with hot oil vapours, and then the fact that it is a direct injection engine, which most are these days, means that the fuel is injected directly into the cylinder, so there is nothing to wash the inlet port or the inlet valve stem. Nothing to help manage the temperatures and clean that soot off, which is why you get all that build-up. Builds up on everything, builds up on the manifold, builds up on the swale flaps, which aren't there now, and builds up on the inlet ports as well. And it was horrendous. So yeah, you can go off and read more about them. But the catch can basically is an oil separator. So it's a can that you install from the positive crankcase ventilation port. So that is where the crankcase pressure is high. That's when you've got a little valve that lets that out, because you don't want a pressurized crankcase, and it lets that out with hot oil vapors, and it sends it straight back into your intake again. That actually happens to be the pipe that I snapped by accident, because it's quite brittle. It's a sort of a PVC type of tube. I cracked it when I was doing the work, and to get the car working again, I just used a bit of high temperature RTV to seal it back up again and shoved it back on. But as it happens, it looks like I'll probably be chopping that off anyway to install my catch can. A bit windy here, sorry if it's a bit noisy. So basically we need to cut into the crankcase ventilation line before it sends it straight back into the inlet again and install the catch can. And the catch can is basically going to take that hot, nasty oil vapor. It's going to cool it through the catch can, catch it, filter out the oil droplets, and then take the air, crankcase air, with less oil vapours back into the inlet, like it should have done. So it's just a filter, really. And that's what it's going to be. So I don't know whether to talk any more about it than that. We'll do another video on it when I'm back. But that's what a catch can is. It catches the oil, and then you need to make sure you drain that bloody thing out as well. It's one of the things that people will do is fit the thing and forget to empty it. I don't know how quick it'll fill up. It'll be interesting, won't it? But the idea is that, of course, the reduction in the hot oil vapours going back through your intake won't mix with the, or will not mix as much, because there won't be so much of it mixing with the particulates from the EGR recirculation, and then you won't get that gummy, nasty carbon sludge building up in your intake. That's the objective. I'm happy to do it. It's not going to break the bank, and from a complexity point of view, it's an absolute doddle in comparison to what we have been doing. And the space in the engine bay to fit it, so hey, why not? Let's do it. Right, and that's about it really. Let's see where things go from there. And if you guys are on holiday, have a great holiday. It's holiday season. Hey, see you guys later.